So welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about step 13 of starting your own business. So in step 13, you should consider the steps you should take to protect your intellectual property. So in this step, you're going to get familiar with intellectual property of a company or a business. It is important to protect your company's intellectual property, IP. Ever wary of minimizing burn rate, startups may be tempted to defer investment in intellectual property protection. To those who have not tried to protect intellectual property, it feels complex and expensive. Too often, startups end up forfeiting intellectual property rights by neglecting to protect their ideas and inventions. Some simple and cost-effective techniques can minimize the anxiety yet help protect core assets. Companies sometimes think that patent protection is the only way to protect themselves. Technology startups frequently ignore the value of non-patent intellectual property. While patents can be incredibly valuable, it does not necessarily ensure that a company's product is a good product or that it will sell well. Trade secrets, cybersecurity policies, trademarks, and copyrights can all be forms of IP, intellectual property, that can be protected. So here's a summary of the types of intellectual property protections available. So in here, you're going to get familiar with the intellectual properties. Patents is one of the intellectual property that should be protected at all costs. Patents are the best protection you can get for a new product. A patent gives its inventor the right to prevent others from making, using, or selling the patented subject matter described in the patent's claims. The key issues in determining whether you can get a patent are: 1. Only the concrete embodiment of the idea, formula, or product is patentable. 2. The invention must be new or novel. 3. The invention must not have been patented or described in a printed publication previously. And 4. The invention must have some useful purpose. In the United States, you obtain a patent from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, but this process can take several years and be complicated. You typically need a patent lawyer to draw up the patent application for you. The downside of patents is that they can be expensive to obtain and take several years. So the next intellectual property is copyrights. Copyrights cover original works of authorship, such as art, advertising copy, books, article, music, movies, software, etc. The copyright gives the owner the exclusive right to make copies of the work and to prepare derivative works such as squills or revisions based on the work. Then we have trademarks. A trademark right protects the symbolic value of a word, name, symbol, or device that the trademark owner uses to identify or distinguish its goods from those of others. Some well-known trademarks include the Coca-Cola trademark, American Express trademark, and IBM trademark. You obtain rights to a trademark by actually using the mark in commerce. You don't need to register the mark, get rights to it, but federal registration does offer some advantages. You register a mark with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. So then we have service marks. Service marks resemble trademarks and are used to identify services. Trade secrets can be a great asset for startups. They are cost effective and last for as long as the trade secret maintains its confidential status and derives value through its secrecy. A trade secret right allows the owner of the right to take action against anyone who breaches an agreement or confidential relationship, or who steals or uses other improper means to obtain secret information. Trade secrets can range from computer programs to customers' lists to the formula for Coca-Cola. And the last intellectual, so the next one is confidentiality agreements. These are also referred to as non-disclosure agreements or NDAs. The purpose of the agreement is to allow the holder of confidential information, such as a product or business idea, to share it with a third party. But then the third party is obligated to keep the information confidential and not use it whatsoever, unless allowed by the owner of the information. There are usually standard exceptions to the confidentiality obligation, such as if the information is already in the public domain. The key elements of non-disclosure agreement, you can visit this site. So, confidentiality agreement for employees and consultants. Every employee and consultant should be required to sign such an agreement as discussed above. So, terms of service and privacy policy. If you're a company that conducts its business on the internet, it's important to have a terms of service agreement that limits what users can or cannot do on your website and with the information on your site. Closely related is your privacy policy, which sets forth what privacy protections are available to your users. The new European GDPR rules may also need to be addressed. So those points that we have read and talked about are the intellectual properties. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for the next videos.